Hey, what's up, everyone? Welcome to Check Me. Want to give, of course, another Eagles daily update and free agency signings, re-signings, and what we've done so far. So just to kind of get started, I want to give a quick rundown of who we signed so far and who we've let go. So we've signed Marcus Mariota to a one-year deal, Rashad Penny to a one-year, $135 million deal with 600,000 guaranteed. Boston Scott re-signed him to a one-year, $2 million contract. Jason Kelsey re-signed to a one-year, $14.25 million deal with another $500,000 in incentives. Fletcher Cox re-signed to a one-year, $10 million contract. Of course, the Eagles discount. Brandon Graham re-signed on a one-year deal worth up to $6 million. James Bradbury agreed to a three-year, $38 million contract that includes $20 million guaranteed. So the contract has a max value of $44 million with incentives. Darius Slay agreed to a three-year, $42 million contract extension through 2025 with $23 million guaranteed at signing. And we signed Greedy Williams from the Browns. He agreed to a one-year contract. The terms haven't been deeply disclosed yet. We lost some big names: Marcus Epps, Javon Hargrave. We've lost T.J. Edwards. We've lost Garner Minshew. We've lost who else? So we lost Kazir White. We lost, and most recently, I want to say Isaac Seumalo. The Pittsburgh Steelers signed him, but we have some guys who can replace him. I personally believe we have John Driscoll, who's played quite a bit in the absence of injuries and whatnot, and I think that he'll be a good replacement. Not only that, I think that's one place we may target in the draft. What's left to happen for us is to re-sign CJ, and sign Jalen Hurts. I think these are the two biggest things. Now I mentioned CJ may come back on a 1 year, pretty much a 1 year laden incentive deal, where it may be a 1 year deal, but there's a lot of incentives for him to make a lot of money in 1 year, kind of like a franchise tag, but he has to work for it. And we know that before the season was out, CJ was leading the league in interceptions and finished the NFL, finished the season tied with most interceptions in the NFL. It's just I think people they think he's under. There's no such thing as an undersized free safety or safety, but teams may think that this jury's still out on him, so they haven't really taken a stab at him. The only people that have given him an offer are the Bengals. I think he's not even entertaining it. So they're working that out. The big thing now is how do we pay Jalen Hurts with this, having a huge price tag and having, ensuring that we lock him in for the long term. His deal could look something crazy like 5-6 years, up to maybe 275, 300 million, depending on what the incentives look like. But I really expect him to get paid heavily and something long term, just in the nature of who Jalen Hurts is, what we have in Jalen Hurts. So big news I want to talk about. So the Patriots released Jalen Mills, and he's 28 years old, turns 29 in April. He's still young. Could he be the possible fill instead of CJ? I hope not, but could he be the possible fill instead of CJ? He has mentioned he want to come back to Philadelphia. It all depends on what kind of contract he's looking for. And if I look at, I think his what he's getting paid right now, because he's going into his third year in his 4-year contract. So that when the Patriots released him, they saved pretty much $5 million in cap space. So yeah, so he signed a 4-year, $24 million contract with the Patriots in March 2021. So we're looking at the two last years of paying him $12 million. It's really rather cheap. So the Patriots re-signed Jonathan Jones to a 2-year contract worth $19 million. So they're pretty much paying him $9.5 million a year. So hey, look, would I be opposed to Jalen Mills coming back for a free safety? As a free safety, I want it, but over CJ, no. And I don't think it's going to be a good replacement. I think we have to figure out a way to get CJ. So what is our draft? What we do with our draft pick? I think we go offense. We get some interior linemen, to bring up this next generation of interior linemen, offensive linemen. So that may be, getting a center to replace, because actually Landon Dickerson may move from left guard to center. Who do we get to pretty much replace, some of these older guys that are going out? Lane, Jason, who are pretty much are this may be their last year if they get close to winning a Super Bowl. Um, so you can't get any closer to the Eagles that what they did last year, or this year. You can't get any closer than that. As far as if anything less than that, then you might just hang up the cleats. But I think that the main priority right now, two priorities. That's it. Actually, is sign CJ and Jalen Hurts. That's what you have to do. And I think the last thing to do is sign. Once we see a signing, we sign CJ, then we sign Jalen Hurts. So we sign CJ, the draft, and then Jalen Hurts will get the big contract. So I would say maybe around. I'd be surprised if it happens before April, but I think that Jalen Hurts is going to get a solid deal. I wouldn't say that. I would say before the draft, I think they give Jalen Hurts a deal. If not, we're going to wait to see what they do as far as ensuring that they have enough cap space to pay him this large amount that he's about to get. He's not worried. I'm sure the team's not worried. Nobody's worried. Howie, Jeffrey, Lurie, nobody's worried. So I think those are the main things: pay CJ, Jalen Hurts, and then draft well. And I think we've done it. We've already had a good offseason so far. I think if we would let go of Slay, I would have been upset. But I think we had a good offseason. I think there's a lot we can work with moving forward. And we're pretty much bringing the same team back, so that's good.